Oh, okay. Make another video. Okay, you can see that house there. You can see that house. Over the past 4 years, two tenants have come there. One was a French couple, senior. But then before the pandemic, they left to a better property where they got swimming pool and all that, same rate. After that, a Russian couple, not Russian, a Russian group came here. They were part of some Russian big, very rich group. They used to come here and they had a lot of these singles. They would come here, rotate, like 10 people would stay and go, then 10 people would come and stay and go, and they would bring all TV, videos, cameras. And ever since the pandemic, they have all vanished. Okay. Then here, two tenants stayed here. One was one lady who stayed here before I came. She lived with a Thai husband. Later on, she left him. She had another one, boyfriend. Then she left him. And then I think she got friendly with a guy on the internet. She was supposed to go to Europe, but then she got pregnant, and because of the pandemic, she couldn't travel. Now she is stuck here in Thailand, somewhere else, where her boyfriend is abroad. This house, a lady, nobody stayed here. Then there was a lady here who stayed here because her husband died, and he died before the COVID pandemic. And the best part was he was a award-winning, like Nobel laureate. He was really, I spoke to him. He has written books. He is super intelligent. His wife was a cleaner, but they both used to drink like crazy. So he died. She stayed here sometime. Now she left. And finally, this house, a couple stayed here after they got their baby. Then when they heard of the pandemic, they left. Okay, now in this short, in this 2 minutes, I shared with you all the people who came here and went. Okay, now all these houses are empty. I'm the only one who is staying here. Like this, in the same way, there are so many houses here which are no longer occupied. And if I were to take you on the streets, more than 70, almost 80% restaurants are empty. They've shut down. Bars have shut down. Shops have shut down. Even powerful brands like 7-Eleven. Before the COVID, I remember there were seven stores that were just 300 meters, there were 7 stores. There was a 7-Eleven here, there was a mini mart, there was a mini Tesco, there was a mini Big C, then there was another 7-Eleven, then there was a family mart, and I think there was another 7-Eleven also. So many. Now there is only, I think, 2 left. Okay. Before, when I would go for my business visa every 3 months, you have to go and report to the immigration. There used to be a line. If I would go in the morning, I was asked to come the next day in the afternoon to collect my stamp because there were so many people. Now if I go, within 3 minutes, I just go there, stamp, and it's given. And most of the time it's empty. There's nobody there. Now, why am I sharing all this with you? The landscape has changed so much because of this virus or whatever. It has changed so much, and it's unbelievable. Now, the people who were making money, part of the old economy, they realized that business model was completely destroyed. Restaurants can no longer function because you have only takeaway, nobody comes to eat. So restaurants are shut down. Airline industries, there's no tourists. This island survives on tourism. Now, what has this got to do with you? If you do not evolve, if you do not improve, if you do not upgrade yourself, you're not dynamic, you'll not survive, man. See, let me be honest with you, okay? Very explicitly honest. Many of you think that I'm brave and I don't have any fear, I'm not worried. That is so far from the truth, man. Every single day, even before COVID, every single day I would get up, I would sit for some time, I would be like, oh fuck, okay, another day. I would be so afraid. I would be afraid, what if, Thailand one day says, get out. You're an expat. What if one day I meet with an accident? What if one day YouTube closes my channel? What if one day my business online no longer works? What if one day I lose my fingers to type? What if I lose my ability to see or talk? What if I get paralyzed? Every single day I wake up realizing I'm just human. And I'm very afraid, man. I'm very, very afraid. Like, you just now saw a car pass by. Do you know how many people get hit by cars? My wife's uncle, he was strong as an ox. I mean, that guy was thin and small. He could climb a tree with just a rope. And, I've literally seen him from morning 9 o'clock all the way till 6 in the evening, chopping down a tree. He had that much strength and stamina. Just imagine, he didn't have an electric saw, a wood cutter, he was literally chopping the tree from 9 in the morning all the way to 6 in the evening. In between, he took breaks to drink water, have a snack. I wanted to get an experience of what he was doing. I took the axe. In less than a minute, I was clumsy, obviously, and I was scared. But in less than a minute, I got tired. And that guy was laughing, And that guy is nearly 55, 60. Now, why did I bring his example? One day when he was driving on his scooter, that also on the safe side of the road, a pickup truck kind of came and slammed right into him. His motorcycle was destroyed into pieces. He was thrown so far off. His head was split open. Thankfully, just a crack. But he was completely like half part of his body was paralyzed or whatever. He was in ICU fighting for his life. They thought he was going to die. That is final rites. Thankfully now, after 1 year, he's still back. I have not checked, but I think he's okay. I do not know what is the permanent damage. I'm pretty sure there must be some ligament or something which is painful. But the point I'm trying to tell you is life is so unpredictable, man. And it is scary, Don't think for a minute I'm not afraid. I'm very afraid. I'm very scared. And that is what keeps me on the edge. That is why I want to market. I want to sell. I want to create new content. It's that fear that makes me get up, that makes me do the video, that makes me finish my run. My mind is actually not thinking for this month. I'm thinking for, next 6 months. See, it's already March, April, May, June. I'm thinking, June, what will I do? Then July. I'm trying to figure out, trying to predict. I'm trying to speculate. I know that you'll say, your stress levels are not as high as somebody else's, or maybe even yours. Some people say, you just have 1 kid. I have 4. Some people say, Elon Musk must be going through hell. Different people have different capacities. Maybe this is my risk appetite. Maybe working online as a freelancer, having one kid and one wife to support by himself without having a guaranteed income, but living a happy life. I think that is my risk appetite. But I can assure you, there will be many people who cannot do what I'm doing. In fact, I have not met a single Indian on this island. I'm not saying in Thailand. On this island who's doing what I'm doing. That I'm not trying to say that makes me special, but I think it is just luck and the other factors. Okay, luck, skill, timing. See, if there was one message I would give you through this video, you remember the examples that I gave, of all those people. See, almost all of them, they either lost their jobs, or they lost their livelihood, or their relationship broke up, or someone died, and life has never been the same for them. Not the first house, the second house that I said, that lady had first a husband, then she had a boyfriend. That same house, another lady was staying there. She had her husband, a fat guy, who had come from Europe. Every night, not night, day and night, that guy used to sit and drink. He used to call his friends, his wife. His wife was also fat, he was also fat. His friends, they were just like, I don't know, just this typical, gypsies or whatever. But every single day and night, from the time he would get up in the morning, he would drink beer and whiskey. Beer. Maybe towards the night he would drink whiskey. And they would sit till 4 or 5 in the morning and then sleep and repeat, rinse and repeat. I never wanted to interact with them. So he was doing this nicely. They're very comfortable. I asked him, what do you plan? No, nothing. I'm happy. I'm retired. He used to do 1-2 jobs here. I don't know. He was a plumber, electrician. Now, after the pandemic, he had to go back to his country because no jobs were here. And now he's struggling over there because there are no jobs there. And then he had to stop sending money because couldn't afford. Then his wife had to start working, and she used to do cleaning and on the roadside, cleaning the forest. And very soon she had a boyfriend because they were separated for a year. And I think they split up, and now she left. In a span of 1 year, how much life has changed. And I can tell you, in this 1 year, I have so many stories from the pride and arrogance of being part of organizations like Citibank, like Emirates Airlines, or cabin crew, the Instagram stories, to people who thought nothing is going to happen, I'm going to work here for another 10 years and retire, and all of a sudden had their plans destroyed. Life is scary, man. And I'm being honest with you, every day I get up, I'm scared. I'm very scared. Yeah, I might act like, give a fuck and care a damn and talk. But we have our limitations as human beings, So I'll just tell you that never be in your comfort zone. Never be, nothing is going to happen. Never be so sure about your money, wealth. Always do something to reinvent yourself, to sell yourself, to make more money, to save more money. These things I never understood when I was in my 20s. My mentors used to tell me, save. What the fuck, save, and just enjoy life. Today, literally, I have to evaluate what am I doing with my time, my effort, my energy, how much money am I making. It changes you as a human being, as a person. And yeah, the question, what if something happens to me? And who's there for yes, I'll be dead, I will not remember anything, but I still think, who's going to be there for my small little baby girl? Who'll be there for my wife? My wife will end up being a rice farmer earning $200, $300 a month. And her life is over. And then my baby, she'll be without a father. And she'll grow up based on environmental factors. Fucked up, huh? Anyway, just thought I'd share this with you. Just remember, this is not to scare you, but to make you, to keep your feet grounded. That is why even if I make $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 or whatever, you know, people have said something, oh, you made $100,000. Yeah, I made $100,000 with one client once, just once. I didn't make it every day. And $100,000, man, it gets spent so fucking easy, man. You're in some dream fucking world if you think $100,000 you and I is still working. How long does $100,000 last? Fucking lasts for a few months, man. Just calculate your expense, calculate your salary for 1 year, and you'll realize $100,000 is nothing. As we earn more, we spend more. So, anyway, I just thought I'd share this with you. Let me know your thoughts. This is just me sharing some of the fears and realities and insecurities of life. Just don't take life for granted. Don't take your blessings. Don't take your work. And work your ass off. Because when bad times come now, they'll never tell you. And when they come, they will come all together. Anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts. Who knows, maybe share more topics like this. Alright, you guys take care.